Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Let's now create a function that uses or implements it in arrays. Okay, so let me clear up this section here. So our program now will, or our function will read array. Okay, this time we're going to use a toDim array. Okay, then once we have read it or input data, we're also going to print it out, print the values of our array. Okay, so there will be two functions, read and then print. Okay, let's now implement it. So first thing here is that we need to prototype the function. So we'll be creating two functions here. First one is void, let's say matrix read. Okay, the matrix read function will have three arguments. The first one is our two-dimensional array. Then let's set it to 10. Then after that, we're also going to pass here two values, which will be the order of matrix. Once this is the first function, then we're also going to create a function that is matrix to print out the values. Again, we're going to pass in three arguments. First is our array. Okay, array. Okay, then let's set it to 10. Then the second and third arguments will be the order of matrix that we're going to have later. So this will be our prototype section. The first one will allow us to input our array. The second function here, or print matrix, will display the value of our array. Now let's write our code in our main function. First thing is we need to declare now our variables, integer n and m. This one here will be our order of matrix. Next is we're going to have our array. So let's declare this one a for our array. So this will be our toDim array. Next is let's prompt the user now. Okay, let's prompt the user to enter the order of matrix. Okay. Next, let's input it. Okay, let's input it. Let's have cin m and then cin n. Okay. Once we have inputted the data, then we're going to display cout enter matrix. Okay, so we're going to have our values here. Then let's call for the function. To do that, let's call mat read. Okay, and then we need to pass our parameters a for our array, m for our order of matrix. Okay, so this will now input our data. We don't have the function yet, later we'll create it. Once we have inputted the data, next thing is we're going to display the matrix. So the given matrix is there. Okay, and then now let's call for the matrix print. Okay, again we're going to pass in three arguments, a for our array, second for our order of matrix, and the third one's mn. Okay, so this will now display the values, input the, so we'll just call it display. So take note, this is our function call. Same goes with this line here, function call. After that, okay, so that's it. Next thing to do is let's copy this line here for us to write now our function. So the first one is we're going to have our input. The second one is we're going to have our display. Let me just, okay, let's remove our semicolon and then open and close square brackets. For the read matrix, okay, here, what we need to do is to include here our variable, let's say x, that will be used to hold the values of our array. And then here, we're going to pass here m and then n. Okay? Now, let's write our function. Int I and j, which will be used for our loop. Okay? Then, let's start by saying for I is equals to 0, I less than m, and then I plus, sorry, not j, I plus plus. Then let's have here for j is equals to 0, then j less than n, and then j plus plus. Then our input cin, that is our array. So in this case, our array is not a but rather x. And then we pass in our I and then j. Okay. So this is our input matrix. So after that, so it will execute this. Then it will print out the, we will input the matrix here. The next thing is we will now display our matrix. So we have our display here. Now, let's erase this semicolon here, add an opening close curly brace there. In this line, what we're going to do is, again, we're going to have another two variables, integer I and then j. This will be used for our j, and then this will be used for our loop. Next thing is, let's display our loop. For I is equals to 0, then I less than m, then I plus plus, and then here we're going to have our j is equals to 0, j less than n, and then j plus plus. Okay, so the next thing to do here is what? Let's print it out. So to do that, let's cout. Okay, there, cout. Let's have some spaces. Okay, some spaces here, and then x, which are array. By the way, sorry, I forgot to put in our data here. So x, and then this one will have m. The second will be n. Okay, so we need to pass in this. These are the arguments that we need to use. Then we need to have here what? This is I, and then the other one is j, then semicolon. After that, we need to have here cout, and then backslash n. Okay, so I hope this one works. Otherwise, we will debug our code. Let's run our program. By the way, let's have it like this so that I could hide that section. Okay, let's run our code. Okay, now it's ordering. It's asking us to enter the order of matrix. So let's say 3 and 3. So we're going to now enter what? 9 values. Okay. Okay, so these are our values. Enter. There you have it. So this is now the output. So what happened here? Let's go back to our code. So first thing is that this is our prototyping section. So we created a function called matrix read and then matrix print. Matrix read requires 3 arguments. The first one is the array, and then the other 2 will be for the order of matrix. Same goes with the print matrix. Then in our main function here, we declared these 3 variables mn or nm that will be used for our what? For our order of matrix, and then a is for our array. Then we input the values here, and then this line calls for the function read matrix. Then we need to pass in 3 arguments: our array, our order of matrix m, and then n. After that, once we have inputted, then we'll display. So in our input function here, Again, this will be the first argument. So whatever the value of array here will be passed through x, which will be our array variable, and then m and n here. So all we need to do is to create a loop and then input the data. Same goes with the print matrix here. I and j will be used for the loop, and then we'll have this code for loop that displays now our data, that displays our array. Okay, so this is a function that implements or that uses two-dimensional array. Okay, so I hope you like the video. Thank you for watching. Bye.